try as an exercise, and we're this year going to try and multiply that into something that's a bit more commercial, and so we're putting in 1,500 pumpkins, which should produce a couple of thousand pumpkins themselves at the end of the season, so it's just a question of finding out how to do this exercise on a slightly more commercial basis. Don't know much about pumpkins. In fact, I've even wrongly called them a vegetable in the past, and they're a fruit. So all we've done is go to the seed catalogue and pick out 4 nice sounding varieties: Rocket, Racer, Atlantic Giant and Mars, and we're using these seed trays that we've already taken the plants out and planted them this year, part of the hundreds and thousands that we do in terms of bedding and basket plants. I'm going to lightly put the compost in the tray, and then just lightly put an imprint in there so we can see where we're going with the seed, get hold of the seed, and then just manually put them in. And of course, the pumpkin seed, being so large, is one of the easiest to work with. So it's not, although it seems a very labour-intensive job, it's actually very quick. I suppose the machine would do this quite a lot quicker, but for the amount we're doing, it's not a consideration. Imbibing process is often the initiation of germination, and then I'll just dust over a little compost on the top, and then most importantly lay it out with the label, so we know in the end whether this variety is going to be one of the more successful ones. There we are. We'll just lay that out. So that's the start of the process. Another 2 weeks should have a seedling up, and we'll be looking at putting it out in the field. But one of the things I do understand about pumpkins is that frost is a problem in the first instance, so you don't want them out too early. We'll be looking at May planting. And the next thing we'll have to worry about is, as soon as they go out in the field, we'll have to sort something out in relation to the rabbits, because they also are a big problem here. In the glass house, sowing those seeds a few weeks ago, they've really raced on. In fact, these plants are now a little bit bigger than I'd really like to have planted out. And I'm going to just carry on through the field and show what we're doing here. We already planted some a few weeks ago, and they've moved on in that way. Put them under a fleece in order to prevent the rabbit and pigeon damage. They seem to have done extremely well. These are the succession. Always try and use the succession when planting these things, so you get a succession of harvest, and also if there's some problem at the start, like a serious frost, you haven't lost everything. Very simple, a little hole, and instead of broadcasting fertiliser over the whole of the field, we're just throwing a bit in each of the holes. We're going to go on to irrigate these, and maybe also put some fertilisation through that, because it'll be the extension of the system that's in the tunnels for the strawberries.